The National Assembly. Angola is consolidating its achievements since it has reached peace about 16 years ago and its independence about 40 years. One of them has to do with the strengthening of institutions through its modernization and elevation on the quality of public services. One of the beneficiary sectors of this rehabilitation process is the Political Administration Center. Among its most iconic buildings, we find the Presidential Palace, the Justice Palace, and the Dr. Antonio Agostinho Neto Memorial, the Ombudsman Building, and the National History Military Museum, the Science and Technology Museum, and various protocol facilities, and now the House of Laws, the National Assembly. It is this body that also represents the willingness of the Angolan people, and this willingness is translated into laws. That's where all laws are discussed and adopted, that all citizens and institutions are supposed to fulfill. Since the country has reached its peace, the then Restoration National Theatre Center was inaugurated in 1952, was later transformed into the Congress Palace, which hosted the People's Congress and later the National Assembly. This old National Theatre hosted the House of Laws for 40 years. This building also had its own history. It is the place where the country had adopted its constitutional laws. It is where the country had adopted the one-party system into the multi-party system. It was the building where many special laws were debated and adopted. It is in this building where the Luanda Memorandum of Understanding was signed, which brought a definite peace to the country. This is the building where the Constitution of the Republic of Angola was approved. Nowadays, its conditions are not the most adequate ones. Firstly, because with peace in the country is experiencing a populational increase. For instance, Angola had until 1990 10,200,000 inhabitants and is now registering at 24.4 million inhabitants. Secondly, the country is now capable of providing better working conditions for the representatives of the people. In 1998, the Spatial Construction Works Department receives instructions for the building of the new National Assembly through a presidential initiative. The same year, allocation of land was made possible, as well as the architectural configuration of the building. Studies and projections resulted in this majestic image. In accordance with the instructions given, the designers thought of and elaborated the impressive building with a neoclassical architectural features with a six-floor building, among which a basement and a huge plenary hall as the project main center, emphasized by a looming dome, surrounded by supporting facilities scattered through the different project phases, which also has a noble hall, departments for the different parliamentary groups, standing committees, and its basic functioning structure, as well as the number of employees to be absorbed. All in all, the building has 72 square meters of constructed area, equivalent to 10 soccer pitches, and it's divided into 4 blocks, supposed to be built in 48 months. There is a clear goal, providing dignifying working conditions for the members of Parliament. 15 October 2009. The then President José Eduardo dos Santos launches the first building stone. Heavy machinery start excavations and start transforming the space with tons of concrete and steel. Piles are built for the building foundations. The superstructure began with underground parking. The firm foundations of the future National Assembly were at this time laid. The building starts getting shaped with the construction of these robust pillars. The masonry work and the impressive concrete bars definitely transform a project from paper to reality. From virtual to real. About 70,000 cubic meters of concrete were consumed, equivalent to 10,000 concrete trucks and 11,500 tons of steel, equivalent to 11,000 vehicles. One of the crucial works starts with the assembly of the dome. That is 42 diameter and 23 in height, equivalent to an 8-floor building. Precision in its assembly is carefully planned if all is to go well. With its scientific knowledge and taking advantage of the state-of-the-art technology, engineers overcame the challenge of precision. The result was a carbon glass dome, ceramic coating that has become a landmark of the capital. The construction process involved the installation of 500 kilometers of cables for telecommunication and 500 kilometers of low-voltage energy, equivalent to a distance from Luanda to Lobito, Benguela province. The finished touches entail the assembly of 1,300 doors, 15,000 bulbs of different kinds, 20 elevators, and 10,000 sockets. In the exterior, arrangements were made that match with access with the new Parliament headquarters, green spaces and water surfaces. The sharp slope of land was also seized, resulting in an attractive overview, but above all, ecologically recommendable, as it has 10,000 square meters of green space, which reinforce the project integrity and help distinguish the various circulation standards. Dr. Agostinho Neto Street gives access to the new headquarters of the National Assembly by the South Gate, whose destination is the main entrance of the National Assembly, and the parking lot. The West Gate gives access to the service area and logistics supply. The street was also redeveloped and its drainage ditch benefited from a new public electricity network with communication infrastructure network and medium voltage electricity. It now offers a new and completely green space and urban ornamental plants. The Special Constructions Department also built a modern power station. The northern gate that gives access to the VIP entrance is located in the venue that connects the National Assembly to other areas of Upper Town. What was once a project has definitely become the new headquarters of the National Assembly. Now we present to you the 4 blocks that make up the new House of Lords. Curved block, south and east part. In the eastern part of the curved block, we find this auditorium which accommodates 250 seats and the restaurant for supporting staff accommodating 132 seats. Mezzanine houses a VIP restaurant with 168 seats. On the third floor, we find another VIP restaurant with 234 seats. The restaurants of the National Assembly have a fully equipped kitchen with state-of-the-art technology. Between the first and fourth floor, we find the administrative services of the General Secretariat and the supporting meeting rooms. In the south part of the curved block, on the ground floor, we find the central CCTV monitoring the 82 robotic cameras and the room prepared for press conferences. It is in this room where we find a press box or a digital output box for radio and TV broadcasts for live feed and press support services. There is also a corporate TV system available, IPTV, that allows access to TV computer signal. On the first floor, we find two conference rooms, one accommodating 77 seats and the other housing 100 seats. From the first to the fourth floor, we find the parliamentary group's facilities. Rectangular block or northern block. On the northern block, on the mezzanine, we find the office of the chairman of the board of directors of the National Assembly and other protocol areas. The 10 standing committees and the 2 committees are located on the first floor. On the third floor of the rectangular block, we find the offices of the 4 deputy speakers and their clerks. On the fourth floor, we find the office of the national speaker, which is made up by his office and all supporting structures. Central block. In the central block, we find the noble hall or double volume designed for official ceremonies. It is located on the ground floor. We also find on the ground floor the heart of the National Assembly, the main room. The plenary hall. It entails the first and third floor. This room has 470 seats for the members of parliament. The assembly hall is before the high table and has 40 seats for the executive members. There are 203 seats at the highest part of the plenary hall for visitors. There are simultaneous interpretation booths at each side of the plenary hall, as well as the control and press room. The inner surface of the plenary hall benefited from a spatial sound system that avoids reverberation of sound.
A reverbação, o eco.
The chamber is a state-of-the-art audiovisual system that allows one to visualize the voting, attendance of each MP, and time of each intervention. All seats are equipped with a state-of-the-art computers connected to a server containing all documents to be discussed. One can also request for the floor from the computer. All seats are institutionally customized. The National Assembly also has a library that assists in research efforts for both members of parliament and students alike. At this building, we also find the health clinic to assist urgent cases. The whole National Assembly perimeter is controlled by over 250 CCTVs. There are two parking lots at the basement which can accommodate up to 460 cars. There is also a VIP parking lot that accommodates 34 cars. These parking lots are equipped with a carbon monoxide system and a system that extracts smoke from vehicles. Technical area. The technical area of the new National Assembly has 5 1000 kV transformers each, 5 1250 kV generators each, with synchronizing electrical panels, uninterrupted power sources, UPS, data communication networks, and 10 GB per second structured cabling, fire detection system, access and security control system, as well as data integrated management system. Mechanical system. Hydraulical systems are made up by water waste system, rainfall water networks, cold domestic water, hot domestic water, drinking water, fire extinguishing system by water, fire foam 200 extinction system, automatic irrigated system, pumping and chemical treatment system for water surfaces, ventilation and air conditioning system. Air conditioning system of the National Assembly is made up by water refrigerator system and the air treatment system. The second phase of the construction of the new National Assembly is currently in an advanced stage and consists in the building of the second and third facilities of the House of Lords. The National Assembly needs to be commended, as it for too long expected for dignifying facilities. We need to recognize the efforts of the government of the Republic of Angola and the President of the country for taking the noble decision to build such an enormous building. And we take the responsibility to take care of it, make the most of it, and take as much benefit as possible of the equipment made available to us. With peace, the country has just gained a new landmark. This is the new and permanent headquarters of the National Assembly.